Hey y'all, so I'm back today to show you how to do another crochet tutorial. This one is a crochet turban style hat. Super simple project, takes less than an hour to get complete, and I used 3 strands of yarn at the same time so that it works up quickly, and I used a 10mm crochet hook. Now the yarn that I used for this project, beautiful yarn, I received from KnitCrate. I think this was their August KnitCrate box. It always comes with a pattern, but I decided I was going to use my yarn to create a hat. So that's what I'm doing with my yarn. It comes with 2 skeins, and I just wrapped them up using my yarn spinner to make cakes, and it makes it easier for you to work with. Any information about KnitCrate, I will leave it in the description box down below. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. If you don't have KnitCrate, that's fine. You can use any acrylic yarn that you want, any wool yarn that you want. And if it's a lighter weight yarn, just make sure you use 3 strands or just use a bulky yarn. Okay? So go ahead and let's start by using a magic circle. So follow along with the screen there. It's a lot easier than me trying to explain it with words. Okay? Make sure you hold it right there kind of at that juncture where I'm doing it on the screen. That way it keeps your circle together while you secure it. Securing it is you're just going to create a chain stitch. And then go ahead and do 2 more for a total of 3 chain stitches. Alright, those set of 3 stitches is going to count as your first double crochet stitch. Now if you did your magic circle correctly, you should be able to kind of pull it, open it. We're going to leave it open because we're going to work our stitches into that circle. Okay, so you're going to make a total of 8. You've already have 1, so you're going to go ahead and do 7 more double crochet stitches. Now if you're not familiar with how to do a double crochet stitch, please just follow along here on the film with me. If not, I can also link in the video how to do a double crochet stitch. Might go a little bit slower. And this project, all we use is double crochet stitches except for the very end. So just yarn over, insert the hook through the circle, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through the bottom 2. Okay, again, through the circle, yarn over, pull through the top 2 loops, yarn over, pull through the bottom 2 loops. Now I'm going to try to stay on camera for a while, especially here in the beginning, but it's going to work up where you're not going to really need me to be on the camera. So I'll get you started, and then you'll be able to keep going, and then I'll show you the finished product towards the end. So go ahead and make sure you get a total of 8 crochet stitches right there into the magic circle. Okay. Now I just want to go ahead and tell you guys, this hat is going to be worked up for a large head. I have a large head, and when I wear my hair either in braids or if I wear my hair in a ponytail, I want the hat to be able to fit. So it's going to be worked up for a larger head, okay? So once you get your 8 double crochet stitches into the magic circle, go ahead and give it a tug and pull it so that it closes up in the center. And then just kind of work it around so that it creates a complete circle. Okay, then what you're going to want to do, you're going to, into the top part of that chain 3 stitch, you're going to insert your crochet hook and pull through, creating a slip stitch. Okay, that's going to close up your circle. See how that looks? So you have 8 double crochet stitches all the way around. Go ahead and do another chain of 3. This is our second round, which is also considered an increase round. So in that very first stitch, right where you did that chain of 3, you're going to do another double crochet stitch. So essentially you have 2 stitches in the same spot. Then you're going to do another set of double crochet stitches in the next stitch. Okay, so we're doing 2 double crochet stitches. So in that same space, do another double crochet stitch. And you just have to work it out a little bit so you can see the holes, but once you start working with it, you'll be able to see them really easily. So what we're doing here in round 2 is we're going to do 2 double crochet stitches all the way around in each stitch. So each stitch is going to have 2 double crochet stitches, and that's going to increase your round from 8 stitches to 16 stitches. Okay, And like I said, this pattern is for someone that either has a larger size head like myself, someone that has a lot of hair, or you know, just something like that. It's not a small hat. So typically when I go into a store, it may say, you know, hats one size fits all. I usually don't fit in the all because either it's just my head is big or the hairstyle that I'm wearing makes my head bigger. Okay, so once you've gotten to the end there, you're going to do just like we did in that first round. We're going to slip stitch into the top part of the chain 3 to close off our circle, and then you're going to chain 3 and we're going to start round 3. This also is an increase round, so right there in that same stitch as our chain 3, we're going to do 1 double crochet stitch. In the next stitch over, I hope you can see that there, we're going to do 1 double crochet stitch. Okay. In the next stitch, we're going to do 2 double crochet stitches. Okay. The next stitch, we're going to do 1 double crochet stitch. So in this round 3, we're going to do 2 double crochet stitches, 1 double crochet stitch, 2 double crochet stitches, 1 double crochet stitch, and we'll do that all the way around, and you should end this round with a double crochet, 1 double crochet stitch. So go ahead and pause the video and continue working around, and I'll meet you back when I get to the end. Okay, so we're here towards the end. We just finished our 2. We have 1 double crochet, then 2, and we're gonna now put 1 double crochet stitch in that last space. Okay, that's what it should be looking like. So let's go ahead and count. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Okay, 24, that's what we want. You're gonna go ahead and slip stitch to the top of the chain 3, and you have a complete circle. Now chain 3, just like we did before, making sure you keep your yarn together. This is round 4. This is another increase round for this size head, for a large size head, okay? If you do not have a large head, you can stop at round 3 with the increases and just work your way around, okay? So 2 double crochet stitches, 1 double crochet stitch. Okay. In the next stitch, you're going to do 2 double crochet stitches. Okay. 1 double crochet stitch. And then in the next stitch, you're going to do 2 double crochet stitches. So just like our round 3, we're doing the same thing. 2 double crochet stitches, 1 double crochet stitch, okay? And we should have a total of 36 stitches all the way around in round 4. Okay. I hope this isn't going terribly too fast, but like I said in the beginning, this is a very quickly created project. Okay, so if you want to go ahead and pause your video and continue working until you get all the way around, and again, you should have 36 double crochet stitches. Okay, and I'm just doing a quick count. Okay, I have 36. Slip stitch into the top of the chain 3, just like we did in the previous rounds. Now, this is what it should be looking like. We are going to chain 3, and then we're going to put a double crochet stitch in each stitch around. So we did increase rounds from all the way from round 2 all the way to round 4, round 5 to the end of the project, which I did 12 rounds. I do a 1 double crochet stitch in each stitch. So right there at the beginning, we won't put a stitch. We'll go into the next stitch and then do a double crochet stitch. So this is different than round 4, 3, and 2. We're now just putting 1 double crochet stitch in every stitch around. Okay, and there's nothing to it. You can just count as you go around and make sure you continue to keep the same number of stitches in each round. And there should be 36 in every round until you get to round 12. And I'm definitely not, guys, staying on camera for this whole time. I'll just check back in. Keep working. I'll check back in so I can show you kind of what it looks like as it's building. But you can work this off camera, okay? And I'm going to work it off camera. So just keep going, doing 36 stitches all the way around. Once you get to the end of round 5, of course, you're going to slip stitch in the top of your chain 3 to close off your circle, chain 3, and then go to your next round. So I hope that makes sense. We've been doing this, the same thing the whole way through. This is what it's starting to look like. It should start taking shape like a hat as you're continuing to work. Okay, that's probably about 7 rounds there. Here we are a little bit further along. Now this is, I believe, this is 10 rounds, I think. I'm going to go another 2 rounds to complete it because, of course, I'm going to do a turban style. So I want the hat to come further down on my forehead because I want the hat to be able to still fit over my ears. And again, this is for someone with a larger head, okay, guys? So please don't judge my head size. Some people have larger heads and some people have a lot of hair, but they still want to wear a hat, okay? Okay, so what I'm showing you here is if you want to finish and you don't want to do a turban, just go ahead, we're at the 12th round, just slip stitch around and you'll have a completed hat. So to finish off your project, once you get your 12th round, you're going to go ahead and yarn over, pull through. Go ahead and make yourself a tail. Now I did a tail probably about 16 inches long. That's pretty long, maybe a little too long, but I wanted to make sure I had enough to wrap around to create the turban. So just go ahead and make yourself a tail. We're finishing off our work. And this is what your hat should look like. This is 12 rows all the way around. Okay. Now at this point, you are going to need some type of yarn needle. Makes it so much easier. Something with a blunt tip and a large eye. So I have a metal one here, kind of metal looking, and then there's also these plastic ones. So either one of these will work for this project. Go ahead and thread all 3 of those strands of yarn into your yarn needle. Okay. This is where the magic happens. Like I said before, if you don't want a turban, you just want a regular hat, then just slip stitch around to kind of make everything look really snug and secure, and you'll be done. So go ahead and gather the hat, just kind of pinch it in the center, just like that, and then you're going to start sewing. So insert the crochet hook towards the bottom and then pull through. And you're going to kind of wrap around, I'd say probably about 8 or 9 times. With the 3 strands of yarn, you don't have to do it as many times, but you just want to do it until you get the desired style of your knot. And I just start at the bottom, wrap it around the top, and come back through to the bottom. And this is kind of what it looks like here. Okay, so it's pretty big. I left a pretty big tail, and that's okay. Once you've done that, just kind of tie your tails together, weave your yarn in, and then just cut off any extra. So I'm just tying my work together, and that's the turban style, and it's super cute, guys. The inside of the hat, remember that magic circle, just go ahead and tie those strings together, weave in any of the yarn, and then just cut any excess off. And that's the inside of your hat, so nobody will see any of this stuff. And guys, that is it. Literally, this hat probably took me about 45 minutes because I was constructing the pattern as I was working. But for you, probably 30 minutes or so. Large crochet hook, bulky yarn, and you'll have yourself a really cute, stylish turban. I hope you enjoyed the video. Any questions, please leave them in the comment section down below. And I will see you all in my next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.